here, and then here. So his chime parts, right? So his chime parts are going to be, his feet will be loose, his legs will be loose, and his trunk and his tail will be loose.
Okay.
So there will be, and we'll do 4 legs. And what we'll do there is we'll put 1 brass loop here, and then scoop up 2 of those legs into 1 jump ring, the top of both legs.
Similar to how we did the robots.
Yes, exactly how we did the robot, but we'll just do 2. So it will go through this loop and then through 2 leg pieces, so that there will be 4 leg chimes, 4 feet chimes, 1 trunk, and 1 tail.
Perfect.
Right? So we will give him a shot and see where we get with that. Okay, I'm excited.
Me too.
It's very cute. Thomas, good choice. Okay, are we ready to
rock and roll?
Yeah, let's start the next thing really quick before we go to the break.
So, okay, yes.
Let me see if I have the next thing here. Okay, so what we're making next is plant stakes for our garden, right? That's this guy. And what we're using here is 1/8 inch stainless steel welding rod. Don't overlook welding. And he has little springy wings. You can put him right over there in front of the. So this works really well for lighter weight animals. If you're going to do heavier animals, you kind of have to get a sturdier rod. This is stainless steel. It's 36 inches long, so you can really get that into the garden. Now, attaching the animal to the rod, so that making the animal is not so hard, but attaching the animal to the rod can be a little tricky. So I have 2 different ways for you to do that. Now, why you would want to do this?
Why?
Well, because if you're going to fuse that rod directly onto the animal, your kiln would have to be a minimum.
Oh, super big.
And then if you need to ship him...
Ooh, super expensive.
Super expensive. So if you have... Ta-da! If you can just take him off.
Let me see that.
And put him back on, you can actually just tell people to go buy their own rod.
Oh, fantastic. So here, I want you guys to see this. So here's the connection.
Right?
And
so this is connection 1. And
now you have 1 piece. Oh, by the way, that's the back side of it. And then you have the rod, and you just insert it there.
And you just insert it right there.
Perfecto.
And so all we've really done there is fused in a piece of very thick nichrome wire, that 16 gauge nichrome wire, into the bottom of the bird, and then made a spring out of it after fusing.
So there you go. This is a Curious Mondo Jodi Russo exclusive.
Right, so you hold that, and we'll look at this one. So this guy, see this little guy?
Yes.
Okay, so he's already fused. Let me see. I'll show you how to do the...
I see a little partridge.
Yes, it's a little quail. Okay, so if you look on that, you can see his wings have a little bit of a loop to them so that they move.
Yes.
So the way that we do that...
Here, let's see. Can you see the loop just so that they can...
You might see it better from upside down. Maybe.
Maybe, but there it is.
Right, so it's got a little spring.
And it goes...
A little. Does anybody remember that jewelry from the 60s that had little bits? It was called tremblers jewelry, and it would be like a flower with a little metal bug on the end of a spring. Okay, so to do that, we have our wings fused in. I'll show you how to do this in just a minute with our next, with our amazing invention. And using our round nose pliers, we have to get this guy out of the way.
So you're bending?
I'm bending the wing into a spring shape.
And the focus is on the wire. The pressure is on the wire.
The pressure is on
the glass.
the wire, not the glass, right? And you can either do it over or under. It's very funny when I have classes. Some people naturally do the spring this way, and some naturally do the spring that way. And it's just a personal thing, right? It doesn't matter.
Sheila asks, forgive me for being late to the party, but how long will it take to fuse the Snuffleupagus? Love that cute hummer on a stick. He's adorable.
If we can get him into the oven tonight, he can be fused by tomorrow. If I can't get him into the kiln tonight, we can have infused. I'm teaching another class this weekend, so probably I'll do it tonight. I'll get him in there tonight. Otherwise, I'm not going to have time for like a week, and I don't have that kind of patience. Okay, so here's our...
And of course, we'll add his pictures
we'll
to
put them
the
on the
student
face.
area.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll be fun. So here's our welding rod, and we have an animal right here. Okay, so when you look at that guy, you'll see there's a spring shape of nichrome wire, but then there's also the wire crosses the top of the rod so that it doesn't just, the bird doesn't keep sliding down the rod, right?
Yes.
So we have to do that we make a bend, an L-shaped bend, and of course, again, the emphasis is on the wire, especially with 16 gauge, because it's really thick and it will break right out of the bird. So then we take the L shape and make it into kind of